Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be reviewing something that I am really excited about, and to be honest, it's been a minute since I've been like super excited about a product, and that product in today's video is the new Huda Beauty Wild Obsessions palette, and this is the Python palette. You may have seen this palette or one of the other 3 palettes that launched on social media, but if you haven't, now you're seeing it here. This product launched, I believe it was August 17th, so it was earlier this week. I'm filming this on a weekend, and these arrived yesterday, and I really wanted to dive into this product. So there are 4 different palettes that launched within this Wild Obsessions palette. I purchased 2 of the 4, so I have the Python, which we're going to be talking about today, and I also purchased the Jaguar. The other 2 are the Chameleon, which is a more of a red orangey tone palette, and then the 4th one is Tiger, which is more brownie gold tone. Huda Beauty's been doing these like mini obsession palettes for a while. I've lost track of how many she's launched or how many collections of these she's launched. I want to say the last one that she launched was a bunch of different shades of brown, like toffee, something like that, and I didn't pick up any of those. The last mini obsessions palettes from Huda Beauty that I reviewed was the Khaki Haze palette, and this was last year, and I really did enjoy that palette. It was a green tone palette. If you haven't noticed by now, I love green tone shadows, specifically olive tone shadows. So here I am again buying another green palette. Let's pause just a little bit before we get any further in this video. Make sure you stick around to the very end. I'm going to be announcing the rules for a giveaway that I am going to be doing in this video. So if you're interested in winning a box of beauty products, including cosmetics, makeup, and skincare, make sure you stick around to the end to hear the rules and how to enter. All right, let's get back to the video. This palette is really not a green tone palette because when you open it up, it's actually quite colorful, which I would say I don't usually wear a lot of colorful eyeshadows, but something about this layout, these colors together, just pulled me in. So this is the palette on the inside. As you can see, we do have some bright colors. We have this like neon green, what is this called? Like chartreuse, is that what it's called? This orangey, bright orange color, and then you've got your bright shimmer shades right here. The special shade in this palette, or the kind of new formula she includes a lot in each new launch, is gonna be this middle shade right here that kind of has the scales. And it is a beautiful shade. I'm pretty sure it's a duochrome. Unfortunately, that is the only shade out of the 9 in this palette that I cannot use. If you are new here to my channel, I have a carmine allergy, and carmine is an ingredient that is commonly found in eyeshadow products, especially if they're not vegan. They're found in a lot of bright colors like pinks and reds, oranges, purples, browns. So if a brand isn't completely vegan, I do have to read the ingredient list line by line to make sure it's something that I can use. And with this palette in particular, I was crossing my fingers so bad, hoping that enough shades in the palette would not have carmine in it, so I could justify purchasing it. And lucky enough, that middle shade is the only shade that I cannot use on my eyes. I can swatch it, so we'll do that in today's video, as well as swatching some of the other shades. So the mini obsession palettes by Huda generally range between $27 to $29. I think her first 2 rounds of the mini obsessions were $27, and they came in cardboard packaging, and in this newer packaging that's the plastic, these are $29 each. You can purchase Huda's palette at Sephora or at her website. I purchased mine off of Sephora's website. So the look I created today, or the look that I'm wearing, I used obviously with this palette, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to insert some clips of me applying it so you guys can get an idea of what the application was like. I did go ahead and lay down a base. I used my Gerard Cosmetics eyeshadow base in the shade Fair and laid that all down on my lid, specifically because I wanted to use that chartreuse or that neon green color, and I did want it to pop a lot more. These type of pastel-y bright shades don't usually show up as bright as I want them to when I don't use a base, which is why I decided to go in with the Gerard Cosmetics eye base. Let's do some swatches, and let's start off with that middle shade. I know that's a shade that a lot of people are excited for. And believe it or not, these shades actually do have names. I've watched a couple of other videos where it was mentioned that the shades don't have names, but actually each shade doesn't have like a specific name, but it's laid out on the outer packaging, so the plastic unicarton that it comes in, and it's numbered. So that middle shade being number 5 is called 3D Green Metallic. So there you go. That's the shade in the middle. So we're going to go in and do a swatch. Oh man, that is such a beautiful color. And that is the shade right there on the back of my hand. Okay, next let's go ahead and swatch the first row, and I'm actually holding it upside down. So this is the first row on top. Let's go ahead and swatch those. So those are the 3 shades, so you can get a sense of what it looks like. And the shade I have on my lid, the shimmer, is actually this shade in the middle, that green shade. Okay, and we have those 3 shades right over here. This is the blue shade, this is the green shade that I have on my lid, and this lighter green shade is actually the shade that I have on my inner corner. This one I would highly recommend applying it wet, or spraying your brush with some setting spray, applying it if you want to get more of a punch from it. Next, we're going to swatch these 2 matte shades that are in the middle row. Okay, so those are the matte shades in the second row. This kind of bluish green turquoise color, it seems really pigmented. And there you have those 2 shades. That turquoise blue shade is actually really pigmented, and the brown also is really pigmented. Sorry for my crappy swatch, but that doesn't take away from the intense pigmentation of the color of the shade. And finally, let's swatch all 3 matte shades on the bottom, which I use all 3 of those in today's look. I also use this deeper brown shade in my look. So in total, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 9 shades for this eye look today. Okay, so I went ahead and swatched those on the inside of my hand so you can see. The neon green color does look a tad bit chalky, but like I said, if you use a tacky base underneath, I don't think you should have a problem. So let's get into the application portion on how I created this look, and then we will come back and I will fill you in on my final thoughts. All right, so this is the completed look, eyelashes and all. I felt like this look needed some falsies just to elevate the entire look, and I am honestly really loving it. I am really loving the way that bright green color is popping with the shimmer shade on top. Those shades can be a bit more of a topper if you would like them to be, just going in, you know, with your finger and lightly dabbing, but I love the way it turned out. I felt like these shades blended well into each other. Nothing looked muddy. They were pigmented. As you can see, I did go in lightly and build my way up. I was going for something a little softer today, if you could tell, with the intense winged liner and the lashes, but overall, I'm really liking the way this turned out. This green, this like neon green color is not a shade I would typically use. So I feel like this palette is taking me out of my comfort zone in a good way. Like I said, it's a palette that caught my eye and inspired me when I saw it. and that hasn't happened in a minute for me. I mean, there's been palettes that I like, obviously, that I've purchased and that I've used, but they've been more so your warm, neutral shades, which are just my comfort zone. So that's where I thrive, and I rarely go outside into these like bright colors. So all in all, I really enjoyed this palette. If you're looking for a palette to inspire you and give you those warm tones and also some colorful shades, this may be something that would work for you. $29 for 9 shades. I mean, it's not a drugstore price. It is kind of in that mid-range to high-end price, but I do feel like they performed well. I know there is a lot of chatter out there on the quality of these mini obsession palettes, and to be honest, I didn't find any flaws with this one. I didn't notice any fallout. I did do my entire base before going in with this palette, so I didn't see any fallout. The shimmer shades seem to stay in place so far. Yeah, and so there's really nothing negative I can say about this right now. Also, look at that packaging, the like holographic python. They did something like this also on the khaki haze packaging, where like the smoke, you can see the smoke shifting. So I just think that's cool. I mean, it's nothing like new, but I thought it was pretty cool. And let's move into talking about something even more exciting. I wanted to do something to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. My 1-year anniversary was the beginning of this month, August, and I didn't get a chance to do something specifically to celebrate it, but I did want to celebrate and acknowledge that milestone, and also include all of you guys in the celebration, especially since I am almost at 200 subscribers, and that's super exciting. So what I decided to do is do a giveaway once I hit 200 subscribers, and that giveaway is basically gonna be a box of beauty related items and some skincare that I am going to gift to one of you. The rules for the giveaway are pretty simple. Number one, you need to be subscribed to my channel, subscribe or follow me on Instagram, and I'll leave my Instagram handle in the description bar. And number three, let me know in the comments below what your favorite eyeshadow palette is right now, or what's the palette that you've been using the most. Also, if your YouTube name is different from your Instagram name, leave your Instagram handle in your comments so I know how to contact you. This giveaway is gonna be within the US only. Unfortunately, I can't do international giveaway right now, but hopefully in the future we can. And once I hit 200 subscribers, I will be picking the giveaway winner from this video. All right, guys, so with that being said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.